Hello crafty friends, today I'm doing another card from Craft Roulette, and here are the parameters that I need to follow for this episode. So one of the parameters was case a card from the gallery from the last episode, which the card that I did had a embossing folder and a coffee theme. So those were the two things that I followed. So the die I'm using is a gift bag for the front of the card, which fits on a 5x7. So I'm cutting down a 5x7 card back, and then that's when I cut my paper a little bit smaller so that there was a white border. And then there's the die cut, and it cuts it so that you can put a gift card in the front of the card, which I think is super cute. I cut another piece just at the top of the handle so that I could make the handle a different color, just so it would stick out a little bit more. And then I'm just gluing that down. And then I also ran it through an embossing folder because the card that I was casing or following had used the same embossing folder or similar one. But that flattened my die cut a little bit, so I just used a ruler to help fold little pieces so that it can work as a gift card holder. And then I'm going to stamp my coffee. I love this stamp set. It's so adorable with the little foam. I was thinking of using the dome as well to put on top of the cup, but I ultimately decided not to go with it. I did color both of them, but I like the way it looked without the top on it. So I'm just stamping with Copic friendly ink, and there's the dome that I end up not using. And then I'm going to stamp the cup again, but just the middle, because I wanted to use the brown for the little the coffee cozy or cup cozy that goes on them. But I thought it would be more fun to add some pumpkins from the stamp set, so I put them in a brown color, just kind of randomly, like it's a little pattern. And then I used a scrap piece of brown, kind of orangey brown paper that I had in my stash, and the bigger pumpkin I stamped. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it yet, but it was just something I thought was cute, so I made sure I did that. And then I'm going to fussy cut out the stamp. Maymay's stamp sets have cut files on her website, which I do have, but I just decided to fussy cut out the elements that I was going to use for this card. And then I'm cutting out the little extra brown piece, and then I'm gluing that on, and I thought that that came out really cute. And then I'm just going to fussy cut out the pumpkin. I still don't know quite where I'm going to put it on the card, but I thought it was really cute, and it kind of goes with the colors in the background paper. This is where I'm still trying to decide if I want to use the dome, and then I realized I have to stamp the whipped cream in the dome. I thought maybe I could put that one on top, but I didn't like the way it looked. So after I'm done fussy cutting it, I'm going to end up stamping the foam in the dome. And I keep trying to make it work, but I just don't like it. I end up coloring them both. So I'm going to use alcohol markers to cover, I think I'm going to shade the cup a little bit with a really light gray. And then I'm going to shade the whipped cream. I know technically it would be white, but I wanted to add some orange. You know, maybe it's some pumpkin foam. I had a lot of fun making this card because I love pumpkin spice coffee. It's my favorite. Hey, I'm just taking a break here in the crafty fun to remind you to please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you. So now I'm going to add a little shading to that pumpkin using those alcohol markers. You can't really see it on the camera, but it was just to add a little bit of shading so that the pumpkin wasn't so flat. You can see the little sentiment that I stamped out from the stamp set that I was going to use. I thought it was really cute, but then I realized it said mug, and I didn't choose the mug, I chose the cup. So I had to come up with something different. So I'm going to glue everything down, and I was kind of thinking about what am I going to use for a sentiment now that that one doesn't work. And that's where I was so far. And then I went to my stash And I started looking through, and I found in the paper pad that background's from, that there was some cut aparts. So I went and got them, and those little tags, one of them says thankful, and it's the exact same colors. So that paper pad's actually an old one, a couple years from Michael's. But when they're on sale, they're great little filler pieces. I didn't know what I was going to do with it when I got it, but I thought they were cute images, and now I have it in my stash. So right now I'm fussy cutting out that floral sprig. It was on a cut apart 4x4 card, and I just cut it out, and I thought it really added to the card, made it really stood out pretty. But as I glued it down, because that bag is so bulky so that you could stick a gift card in it, I realized I needed to put foam squares underneath, thin ones. So I played around with different ones, and I ended up going with the Simon Says stamps, the really thin ones that they have. Those are great. It was just enough to pop it up so that it was now stuck to the card in the right spot. And then I'm going to glue everything down and figure out where I want my sentiment. And that little pumpkin, I felt like, worked really good finishing off where that little sentiment tag is. And there's my finished card. Thanks so much for watching. Have a crafty day.